Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Lakin, and I'm 30-something.
I'm Allie, and I'm 20-something. Join us each week as we talk about anything
and everything. So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle, and let's drink about it.
All right, cheers.
Cheers
to episode 58 of the Sisters Like Us podcast.
I know you guys missed us so much.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's get our wines filled first. So we picked out this rosé a couple of weeks ago.
Where did we get it?
We were at Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay, Trader Joe's. We got the Mami?
Yeah, so you don't remember?
Mamia?
I don't know if it's Mamia or just Mommy, but Lila has started saying Mommy instead of Mama, which...
Oh, so we were like, let's get this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a really cute bottle, has a little kissy face on it, so we were like, let's do it. And we don't do a lot of rosé, so we were like, oh wow, that was really satisfying. So,
and I think the day we did get it, it was like really nice outside and it was kind of giving like warm spring vibes. Oh, she's gonna record a live inception of her pouring.
I realize that your video camera has to be on 4D 60.
But I want you to know that if you do that, the files on your phone are gonna be huge. Like giant files. So I don't know how much memory you have. Allie got a new phone and she's obsessed with it.
Well, the only negative about getting the new phone that I'll tell you in a moment is...
How much more is in her glass than mine?
Sorry, I couldn't space it. Is that because I had so many photos on my last phone, 50,000.
Wow, I thought I had a lot of photos on my phone.
56,000.
I have like 38,000, I think.
They are literally still syncing. Like, they're still trying to, like, keep up. Because, like, I don't know, and if anyone else got the iPhone 16, let me know. Like, the photos I took the day before I got my phone are still blurry. And they're, like, not adjusting. And I don't know if it's because, like my phone's trying to optimize storage by, like, making them not, like, the quality that they were.
Right. Did you toggle off that setting?
Yes.
Oh.
So, I don't know, but...
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be aware that if you film in 4K, my phone could do that too, but it's just a huge file.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. Okay, actual cheers.
Okay, cheers. Let's try this rosé.
Except it's like really cold now. It doesn't even remotely feel like spring. Interesting.
That's not like
our typical rosé that we get. Where's it? It's from France, right? Yeah, product of France. I don't know. It has a little bit of sweetness to it.
What's so funny is that, like, it's all perspective, right? Like, I feel like if we were sitting on a patio in France and, like, this wine came and they, like, poured it, we'd be like, wow, this is the best rosé.
Even I think if we were sitting on a patio in Chicago summer, and it was, like, 4 p.m.
I'm so excited for Chicago summer.
On a Friday, I think we would be like, this is delicious. But guess what? At 8 p.m. on a Thursday in my basement, when it's like 40 degrees out and raining outside, like...
Actually, it's 53.
And raining. Yeah. So it doesn't hit when it's 53 and raining. Mm-hmm. And we're sitting in a basement. Sorry.
It's okay.
Anyway, really quick before we jump in. So we have been gone for a few weeks, obviously. And I know that I mentioned in a couple episodes that we were struggling with some family stuff. And if you did not see on our Instagram, my father-in-law passed away a couple of weeks ago. And so that kind of took us out of the game for a couple of weeks. And yeah, I'm not going to go into it. Just that's where I've been. And we were down in Houston for a couple of weeks, spending time with family, services, Shiva, and we stayed to celebrate Passover. Which was really nice. We got some really nice extended time with family down there, and we also got to see some friends and like their kids, which we haven't been able to do in past years because we have been focused on spending time with family.
Yeah. So
that was really nice that we got to see some friends and their kids, and Lila got to play. Like one of Sam's best friends, the guy who did the reading at our wedding, his son is just a couple of months younger than Lila.
Oh, okay.
Okay, more than a couple. He's January. Of 24. Yeah. And so we did get together with them last year, but the kids were like 3 months and 9 months or whatever, you know, and this year they were so cute. Like it was really cute. We have some cute pictures of them. And so it was nice to like spend more time down there. Yeah. And the weather was beautiful. It was like 75 and sunny every day. It was lovely.
That sounds.
And then I came back here and it was 40.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. There's something going on with Chicago this year. It doesn't want to change, which...
It keeps teasing us. We'll have, like, a day of, like, really nice weather, and then it's, like, back to cold.
And it's, like, it's this time of year where it's, like, what the fuck do you want me to put on my body?
Yeah, I know, yeah. I feel like I keep taking the, like, sleeping bag thing on Lila's stroller. I, like, put it on, and then take it off, and then I put it on, and then I take it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing here? Is it winter or is it not winter?
Right.
And I was also thinking about, like, do I want to... You know, we have a coat closet now in our new house. We haven't had a coat closet, like, ever. Do I want to, like, pack up the winter coats to make space?
Yeah.
Or not, in general?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on to the next category, I have a fun game / thing that goes with drinking.
Okay.
So the question is...
Okay.
If you... And I did... obviously think about my answer a little bit, but I'm not fully satisfied yet, so we'll see what comes out of my mouth.
Okay.
If you could have 5 drinks on tap on your fingers, right? So you like have 5 drinks that come out of your fingers, what would they be?
Ooh, that's a lot of them. Okay.
It is a lot.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, wow, you're ready. Wow, that was fast.
Well, I'm going to go with my gut here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay.
A Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
An espresso martini with sopressata. Sopressata.
She wants some sausage.
You know what I meant.
With what? The tequila that you like?
Yes.
Is that the word you were trying?
Yes.
What is the tequila that you like? You left it here. Casamigos.
No, not Casamigos.
Oh.
That's Espolon that I left here. What's... I'm going to lose my mind. Whatever. Okay, tequila, espresso martini, a tequila soda. Oh shit, that's 3. Okay.
Do you want me to tell, like, it doesn't all have to be alcoholic. Like, do you want, like,
Oh, I thought it was alcoholic.
No, it's just drinks in general.
Okay, let me start over. Pinot Grigio, tequila espresso martini, an iced vanilla latte with oat milk.
From anywhere particular?
Recently, a Diet Coke.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know, but I'm on a Diet Coke kick.
Okay.
And, I mean, like, we're not, like, water's like a given, right?
Yeah, I thought about that too. Like, water is something I drink all the time. I was thinking maybe you're like electrolytes.
I know. I was like thinking like the blackberry peach electrolytes from Liquid IV in water. Those are my drinks.
So I was gonna say ice cold water, just because you can't get ice cold water everywhere, and I love an ice cold water.
Yeah.
A cold brew with half and half.
Okay. Then
that's as like far as I got, and then I like struggled, and I was like, I feel like I could go in a lot of different directions because I'm not as good at being consistent.
I think an old fashioned.
Oh yeah. Duh. Sorry, an old fashioned. Yes, for sure.
You like sometimes you want wine. So what's like your go-to wine that you can always have?
Probably Cabernet.
Okay. And then is there any, like, the way I thought about it was, like, is there any, like, guilty pleasure cocktail or any, like, guilty pleasure drink? Like mine was the Diet Coke.
Maybe, like, a really good margarita.
Yeah.
I had a margarita when we were down in Texas, and I was, like, at, like, a Tex-Mex restaurant, and I was like, God damn it, they just do it better down here. Like, what is it? Like, why does this margarita taste so good right now?
Tequila's better.
Yeah, like, the marg and the food, I mean, it was all just, like...
Yeah.
So that's probably what mine would be.
I love that.
Is that fun?
Yes.
I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so perfect.
Yes, that's so cute.
Okay.
Okay, so other categories for us to go through. We decided to nix the what we're wearing because I also don't really like that, but what are we watching?
Okay, so I have 2 things to talk about and then 2 like upcoming ones.
Okay.
So, sorry, that's a lot, but we also haven't been here for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, I finally watched...
Bear with us, it might be a longer episode.
Yeah, maybe. We're going to stay and watch TV, but that's fine. I guess we can sleep in. You can sleep in.
No, I work.
You will still sleep in past Lila waking up.
Correct.
Yeah.
We'll go to Scarlet.
Oh my God. What's the topic tonight?
I already know.
Is it anything good?
Yeah. It's like... Ariana versus...
I saw that. I saw it. Yeah. They did another, like, Pitch Perfect, but it was while we were gone. Yeah. Or I need them to do another, like, Disney Channel one. No, is that what they did when we didn't go?
Wait, what's the date today?
The 17th?
Yeah. Oh.
What is it? Is it like Sabrina, right? It's like Ariana versus Sabrina or something.
And Tate. Oh my god.
Okay, anyway, let's get through this episode first. I watched Running Point.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so rewind actually since the last
I didn't
time.
even finish it yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay, so we all ended up with this like 24-hour bug. Lila started it. Sam actually got on a plane, and then he ended up with his down in Houston. And then Sam thought his might be food poisoning. I thought mine might be a hangover because
I thought mine then was food poisoning.
right. And so, but I actually think we all just got the same bug. So the day that I had the bug, and it was just me and Lila home alone for an entire Sunday, I binge watched it on my phone while she like played around me, basically for a whole day. That is what I did that day. So I binged it that whole day. I loved it. There's so
It was
many.
so cute.
It's so cute.
I'm like pretty much done, but
There's some great storylines. I mean, I think it was already renewed for season 2, and the ending of season 1, I know you're not there, but it literally is like a cliffhanger. It's like not an ending. Like they have to keep going.
yeah.
So, but yeah.
Well, speaking of shows that leave on a cliffhanger that don't keep going, I'm like one to like find these like little shows that like got canceled after a season, just like on like some random.
Which is like the worst. Because you're like, I'm into this and I like it, and it was like 1 or 2
But it was
seasons.
also kind of nice to go into it knowing that it doesn't renew, because then I couldn't get too attached. Because I think we've talked about, like, I'm like an obsessive person. So like if I start liking something, like I really like it, and it's all I talk about. So I saw the show Panic on Prime. And it's basically the show about like this game that these like seniors that graduate high school, like they play before they go to college, and it's like pretty like intense stuff. It's not like just like a basketball game. It's like, oh, like break into this person's house. Like it's like
or
that,
like Assassin, like our high school did.
Yeah, but
did
like
they still do that by the time you were a senior?
I don't remember, but I don't know. It was just way more like intense, and you know they're like walking like across like telephone lines, like just doing really crazy stuff, and like the last person like wins like a prize money, and like, you know, it's like, oh, they can for college, but then like the cops are like involved. I don't know. It's this whole thing. There's lots of storylines, lots of like things going on, but it was genuinely like good. And then there was like a romance part of it, and I was like, this is great. Like it's, you know,
into it.
Enemies to lovers. I'm loving it, you know. But yeah, I just like binged it in like a few days. It was like 10 episodes, but yeah, it was good. So if anyone wants something that they can just binge really quickly, but like has a little bit more like substance to it, and it's not just like kicking back like and laughing. It was a good show.
Yeah,
I did enjoy it.
The other thing I've been watching is Top Chef is back. That's like the only reality TV show I feel like I watch. It's considered reality TV, right? It's on Bravo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know also the chef at Walden was on Bravo?
On what show?
I don't know, actually. It could have been that.
I feel like I am always rooting for the Chicago person on the show. There's like always a Chicago person. I don't remember which restaurant it is for this one, this season, but.
Yeah, I think it might have been that, because that's when he worked for Charlie Trotter.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, and then the 2 things coming that I want to watch. Well, one of them already came, and I just haven't watched it yet, which is Handmaid's Tale. You don't watch that? Okay. Ever?
I've tried. It's just not really.
Yeah, it's intense.
Not really my jam.
Okay. It's the last season. But Hulu dropped 3 episodes, and then now they're dropping 1 a week, which is kind of weird.
But also kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But Mom was like desperate to talk about it, and I was like, that's like one of those things Sam and I watch together. And finding time for us to watch things together nowadays is really tough. So we haven't watched it yet. And then I saw the trailer / like promo for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is coming back. And
I didn't see
May.
that.
And they're like all fucking pregnant.
I know.
They're like all pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll watch it, honestly.
Oh my god, I mean, I will. You sucked me into that.
Yeah. Also,
And you know what happened.
you guys let me know. I know that some of you that listen watch my reality TV shows. So thought is to have a separate little thing at the end of every slew episode, and I will give you my thoughts and recap, and we'll just add it in here.
That's an option. Yeah.
That was me adding it in there.
Okay. Let us know if you want to hear Allie's takes on reality TV.
So talk about the new Summer House episode. I'd like to tell everyone how I finally finished Southern Charm in its entirety.
I'm so happy for you.
Other shows I've revisited. I went back to Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah. The other day, y'all, they're here at my house, and Allie is watching Grey's on her, I think Lila was asleep. Mm-hmm. Allie's watching Grey's on her laptop or iPad or whatever at the kitchen table watching one episode. And Mom is in the basement watching a completely different episode because they are at different points in the show.
Yes. And she refuses to turn it off when I'm in the room. And, you know, at first I didn't mind because, like, I wasn't being very consistent with watching it. But now, like, with that kind of show.
It's confusing if you, like...
It's confusing because people die and people roll up every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So, like, when I saw, like, Teddy and, like, where she was at, I was like...
Yeah.
Wait, Teddy's gone, so, like, how is she...
Yeah, when did she come back, kind of thing.
And then it's like, oh, Amelia's very much there, and she's also kissing someone else, so, like, she's not with Owen anymore. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so it's just, like, it's things that I'm like, oh, for sure. And then, like, right now, like, Joe and Alex are engaged, and from what I watched on her, and I'm like, that's one of my favorite couples, so I'm like, gut punch. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I actually, we'll talk about that when you get there. I'm still mad. Like, I'm still mad about it.
About them not being together?
About how Alex leaves the show.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed about it.
Yeah, he's still very much... I'm on season 14? 15?
Okay.
I think 14.
I don't remember when it happens. Obviously, it's somewhere between that
Maggie and fucking Jackson are together right now where I'm at. So that's all I can share. Which is just weird, and I've never liked Maggie, and I know she's, like, still in it now, isn't she?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, she's gone. Well, now, like, I'm on current season 21.
Well, where Mom is, she's still there, and
Yeah. She leaves somewhere between Mom and where.
Her mouth pisses me off, like something.
That's so random.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Also, you just believe Jackson belongs with April.
I do.
Yeah.
Which they don't, but. Oh, I'll freak.
Okay, that was a lot on TV. Let's move on.
Okay, reading.
Oh my God.
You have been literally flying through books.
Because when we were in Houston, we would, like, get home to put Lila to bed, and then that was it. Like, we didn't go there was one night we went back out to be with friends. Otherwise, we, like, went to bed. And so I would just read for, like, a couple of hours before bed. And when you're reading those, like, kind of easy reads, they go fast. Mm-hmm. Like, I fly through them.
That was weird. We were both like...
So anyway, I've read a lot. And some of them were just okay. I think the two I want to talk about, number one, I don't know if you saw my Instagram story about this. It's called One to Watch. And it's essentially The Bachelorette with a plus size.
Yes. I had to read this. I didn't read it. I had to read right when I started working at Walden, we were talking about doing a book club, and that was the book that we were supposed to read.
Oh.
And then we were all like, well, we're all really busy and don't have time to do this.
Okay.
I don't have time to read a book with a deadline when I read on my own time. Yeah. And so I never actually read it. Okay. But I have heard it's good.
It is good. I think especially as somebody who watches the show, you would really enjoy it. Yeah. So, I thought it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I called the ending. Like, I felt like it was a smidge predictable. And so
yeah, I've heard that.
I knocked off a little bit. Had the ending been something I didn't guess, maybe I would have given it 4.5, but I gave it 4. And then I read Never Lie by Frida McFadden.
Yes. So I've read that. That's my favorite Frida McFadden
book. Oh, really?
Book. Yes.
Oh, dang. So now I, like, can't read any of the other ones.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
It's my favorite as of now. The only other ones I've read
But you read
The Boyfriend,
Yep.
which was great.
Okay.
And then I'm currently reading The Inmate.
Okay.
Because I just like wanted a quick read and like to put a fucking break between my spicy smut books. Because last time we talked, I was reading Mile High.
Yeah, and then you moved on to the next one. I saw it on Kindle.
Yes, so then I read the second one. The second one was a little bit intense. I was like, what?
Like from a spice standpoint?
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, whoa, girl, what? Like, I was talking to Mom about this today. I'm like, there's spice, and then there's like descriptive spice. Like, we're talking like specific words that break down the like,
wow,
like genitals of a human. Like, and I'm just like, okay, I get what's going on. I don't need to know that detail.
I didn't need it.
I know what that looks like actually is crazy. That's the craziest part.
Okay, stop.
Anyways, so I needed a little bit of a break. And yeah, The Inmate, I'm flying through it. I'm like, probably good.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like the Freedom and Fountain books. Okay, so I read it in like a day. Essentially.
Yeah, so should we talk about it? Do we want to like, be like, okay,
do we? Because then if people want to read it, I guess so. I guess if you have any desire to read it,
you break it down really nicely though.
Yes.
So you break it down right now and be like, never lie in all caps, spoiler.
Yeah. So if you don't want spoilers, if you want to read Never Lie and you don't want to hear us talk about it, then skip to the next timestamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that what's so crazy about Freedom McFadden books is you spend the whole book trying to figure out where the plot twist is going to be, right? And you're like, where is she going with this?
Well, and
like,
she does a really good job
at fucking with your head.
Yes. Like the fact that the initials of the guy were EJ and the guy's name was Ethan, she was trying to make you think.
And I was like, this is obvious, like,
yeah,
that
it's
him. And then it was like...
No, the only thing, though, that threw me was either...
18 threw me.
No. The voice. She was listening to the tapes of EJ.
Yes.
So he would have had to change his voice.
Correct.
Because otherwise it would have been really weird.
I also caught on to that.
I was like, why wouldn't she be like, that voice sounds familiar?
Yeah. No, 100%. And then, like, yeah, once it, like, hit, like, the end, it just, like, kept going. I'm like, okay, all right, okay, dead body, okay, cool.
Yeah,
and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
The one thing about reading, which I love but I also hate, is that, like, when you read a book, you're so consumed in it that then when you read another book, like, because I read that book, like, 5 books ago, I'm like, I don't remember every single detail.
That's fair, right. And I just finished it, so I do remember the details.
But it's like, I wish I could. Because, like, now Colleen Hoover's coming out with, like, all these book and movie adaptations. Or, sorry, all these movie adaptations for all of her books. And I'm like, oh, like, I read that, like, 3 years ago. I don't remember all of it.
You know that you can, like, reread things.
I don't want to.
I know, you don't. But you could.
Well.
Not saying that you should read. Now, see, here's the thing.
I think I'll never lie before we move on because now I want to.
Yeah, well, I was going to say about Never Lie, like in general with mysteries, like I sometimes feel like I don't want to reread them because like I already know the twist. Like I'm not going to forget the twist.
Right. Like once you like register it and you're like, oh yeah, okay, now I remember what happened.
But then I kind of want to read it and see
where
clues, like what are the little things she says
fair.
That I'm like, oh, what made me like not pick up that she was the bad person all along, right?
100%.
Like the little things about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I thought it was a great book.
I liked it better than Housemaid because I liked the depth of it. Like I felt like with a book like Housemaid, which I don't feel the same about the sequel and the third book, is Housemaid feels a little bit, I know it's not, but it feels a little bit like it's been done before, and I don't think it has, but it's just like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Maybe it's like because I've like read and seen Flowers in the Attic, and I've like there's like books.
That one's still twisted though. I mean, the twist still got me on that one too, though. The first time I read it, so I feel like it still got to me.
I'm excited for that movie.
I still
good cast.
I still haven't read the third one though.
I'm trying to think what the third one. Oh, Because the second one is like she's that woman's like housemaid or something.
I honestly couldn't tell you what the second one was about.
The
I know I read it.
I remember being kind of crazy. You were talking about the book Let Them.
Yes.
Which I know is like super popular right now and a book that I do want to read.
So first off, we should start with the fact that you don't really read nonfiction books.
I do not.
Right.
I still have to read that book that you got me. It like sits on my nightstand.
Oh yeah. So I love a nonfiction book. I love a personal development, a business book, now it's kind of my nonfiction rotation is some combination of personal development for myself, business for work, and a parenting book for Lila. And it like kind of rotates between the three of them. And so the book I gifted Allie, just to plug it, is hands down the best and if you are a female business owner, or even frankly if you are just a female, you need to read this book. It's called We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. Highly recommend.
No, we're not going to finish this one.
Yeah, I mean at this point. The book Allie's talking about them is Let Them by Mel Robbins, which I also love Mel Robbins in general. And I got this book on, right now in the phase of life I'm in, I have to listen to nonfiction. I don't have if I'm sitting down to read, I can't focus on a nonfiction book, but I can listen to them.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
So I listen to them while I walk, while I do laundry, while I do dishes, like while I do, you know what I mean? And so I got Let Them on our Audible, our all, family Amazon Audible account. And it is, I think everybody needs to read this book. It is, in the summary, it is about living your own life and not worrying what other people think about at the end. And that is so valuable because...
Yeah, I'm going to start listening to it, definitely.
Yeah. And like anything, you can listen to it at faster than one speed.
Yeah, I think I will. Well, I have something to share that's kind of on the book front.
Are you writing a book?
I am.
That's not news. You've been writing a book for years.
No, but that stopped. Like, I stopped writing that book a long time ago. In the past, 2 weeks, started a new book.
Okay.
I'm I would say a little bit over a quarter of the way through.
That's so exciting. Is it fiction?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why that, duh.
Because, okay, so as you guys know, I really like romance. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted my first book that I hopefully one day will get published to be a romance book.
So again, you could either go the regular publishing route or you can self-publish. And that person I told you to follow, Sarah Cannon, she self-publishes.
And I follow her and I've and so I was
you her course.
Well, so for a very long time, I was okay, trying to figure out what angle I want to go because I feel like it's very easy as someone who just likes to write. If I just get a spur of an idea, I'll just start writing something and then I just kind of let it go. And I'm okay, that was fun. But for some reason, this story has unfolded to the point where a lot of other people know because I just didn't want to tell you because I wanted to tell you on the podcast.
No, yeah. Earlier today, Allie goes, there's something I want to tell you, but I can't tell you until we're recording.
Because I was working on it when you came downstairs and I flipped my planner back from my notes to my...
I did not even notice that.
No, I figured, but... Because I didn't want you to be what are you doing? And then I'm
I just assumed you're working.
Yeah, well, and I was, but I was just it works in a little slow. So it's based in Chicago. Fun, because I was what better way to do a romance novel than to know my way around the city and not... I was telling Parker, I'm my life goal, I think, is to write a romance fantasy series, not as intense as ACOTAR or Fourth Wing, but something where I can sit down and build a world that's not real, but that's a full-time job in itself, and I don't have time for that. But so
yeah, there is a whole nother level to writing something with that fantasy level, that piece of it versus a realistic rom-com. I know it's probably not a rom-com knowing you, but
it's a little bit deeper than a comedy aspect of it, but I mean the basic synopsis, which I'm not gonna obviously dive into everything, but it's basically about this girl who has a lot of grief and death that she's going through, and she lives in Chicago, is where she grew up, and she...
In the city?
Yes. And this guy who, like, she, like, grew up with and then, like, didn't talk for, like, almost a decade, like, comes back to Chicago and is, like, working as a stage manager at the Chicago Theater.
Fun.
And she's a writer, and she's been a writer, like, her whole life, and she's writing this, like, short story, like, play that's going to be, like, performed at the Chicago Theater. And so they, like, run into each other, and then they run into each other again at, like, the auditions for, like, the show. And so it's kind of, like, all of that's unfolding while she's, like, going through a lot of shit. He's also, like, going through shit. And then it ends up being, like, I'm not going to explain
Don't give it away.
No, I'm not going to, I've just said I'm not going to explain how, but it, like, turns into, like, somewhat of a, like, a fake dating trope, and then it, like, kind of, like, it's, right now, it's just, like, things just, like, come to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and it's so fun, because when you read, and I read a lot of romance books, like, I love how, like, at every chapter, it, like, leaves you on kind of, like, a hanger, but, like, also, like, not so much so that you're, like, I have to read the next chapter, but, like...
Yeah, that's, it's interesting you say that, because I feel like I've been reading a lot of fiction lately, and there's been some that that are like that, where it's, like, a real cliffhanger, and then you're like, I really need to read the next one. The Hunger Games one was like that. But at the same time, in order to do that, most of the time, your chapters have to be a lot longer. And, like...
It's this book, or my chapters, I'm at, like, chapter 14. And they're kind of, some are short, some are long, some, like, have breaks.
Okay.
It is dual point of view. So it, like, goes from her perspective to his perspective to her
I like the point of view change.
Yeah. I especially like the point of view change when I, like, am explaining a situation, and then the next chapter, it, like, goes back in time
so it's
to,
like, the same thing from the other one.
To explain how he
Oh, that's
was
really
feeling.
cool. I like that.
Yeah. Which I didn't think I was good at, and then I was. But, like, so, like I mentioned before,
I didn't think I was good at, but I was.
The book that I wrote when I was younger is, like, a sci-fi, like, romance book or whatever. And I wrote it, like, I'm talking, like, 8th grade, like,
I know.
Yeah, so you guys know that if you've listened. But the girl that I wrote it with, like, we've always had that relationship where, like, we always talk about books and we always talk about writing because, like, we're both, like, it is a passion.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of, like, my editor. So, like, every
That's
day
a great idea.
when I do, like, 3 to 4 chapters, I'm
You
like...
send them to her.
But she's also, like, such a hype person because she's like, oh my god, I need more. And it, like, makes
Has she given you any, like, good constructive feedback too? Okay.
Yeah, and, like, we're gonna, like, talk because, like, it's so funny, like, you get in zones, right, where you're, like, it's, like, 2 hours have passed and you just wrote so much. And you're like, oh my god, like, this is the best thing I've ever read. And then you read back and you're, like, so, you get, like, the ick from yourself. You're like...
What was I thinking?
What? And I love, like, going back and just, like, adding all this detail because, like, you know, you can say, like, oh, I walked to open the door, but then you could also be like, the door knocked and I came out of my... Like, you know, there's so many, like, ways to... So, I don't know, but it's, like, actually, like, awakened something in me. Like, I'm so excited about it, and I feel really good about it, and we don't need to show this, like, on the pod, but I, like, made this, TikTok. So, State of Grace by Taylor Swift is, like, I was in yoga the other day. Sorry, I'm, like, going on a tangent about this, but I was in yoga the other day, and it was, like, the Shavasana song. Like, the last song when you're, like, laying down.
I mean, I know what Shavasana is.
Like,
you just mean the song that was playing during...
Yeah, well,
I thought there was, like, a specific Shavasana song I didn't know.
No.
Okay.
Was State of Grace by Taylor Swift.
Oh, got it.
And every lyric, it was, like, speaking to me. I was like, this is exactly what my story is. So I'm like... And I'm nowhere near thinking of, like, a title. I have no idea. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like, Invisible String. Or, like... Which I don't even like. Like, you know? And his name is Chase, so I'm like, oh my god, I'll call it State of Chase. Like, no.
I also feel like titles, as important as they are...
I know, and then I think about, like, Beach Read, and I'm like...
Or even One of Us, like, that doesn't tell me at all what the book is about.
But I know exactly, like, what I want the book cover to look like.
That's cool.
Because I want it to be, like, the Chicago Theater, and I want it to be the marquee, and I want that to be, like, the, like, my name. And then I want the, like, because, like, Anyways, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, but like I'm seriously like so like I know where it's going, and I feel like that's the most important thing.
I agree completely.
And I like it's so fun to just like think of something and then just like write it down and be like, don't forget, because like I will forget it. So
That's so cool.
I know I haven't been excited about something like this in a really long time. So
I think that's really great.
yeah, I'm so excited.
That's like really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like God willing it gets published. Like, it will get published.
Yeah.
Whether you self-publish it or
and
you...
what's so funny is that I was telling Leslie, I was FaceTiming her the other night, and I was like, dude, I started writing again. Like, I forgot to tell you. And she was like, that's so crazy you say that, because last night I had a dream that we were at your book launch party.
It's going to be the best. It's going to be so fun.
And I was like, you're fucking kidding. She was like, yeah, you went fucking ham on it. And I'm like, well, obviously. But, like...
It would be somewhere downtown by the theater so you can take a picture, like, with the theater.
Like, I will die. So...
It's going to be so fun.
So...
That's so exciting.
I will say, I think one of the people that inspired me was, honestly, Alex Astor, I think is her name. She's young, and she just published a book called Summer in the City, which I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a pink cover. It's like super cute. Like the pages have a little like cab on it. Mm-hmm. You should look it up because it's like
New York.
Yeah.
I love anything set in New York.
Yeah, which is like everything. Which is why I'm like, what's a romance novel that you can name off the top of your head that's set in Chicago?
No, I can't. No, yeah. I can't. Except those stupid ones you're reading. Let me see if they have it at the library.
They probably do.
Summer in the City.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Place hold. Hold place. 19 weeks wait. Holy shit.
It's really popular right now.
19 weeks, that's a long time.
Yeah. So my goal in life is for that to be my book.
To be 19 weeks late. Let's see what else
Maybe
I have.
I'll just call it Summertime Shy.
My whole Summertime Shy. I don't hate that.
And in that little TikTok I made, the polka dot dress, did you catch that? Her in the polka dot dress on one of the clips. That's going to be really important.
Oh, it's really important.
I don't even know why yet, but it is going to be important.
Oh, okay.
Pinterest has saved me. Like, I like scroll and I'm like, yes.
That's so fun.
And he's like really like edgy, like wears like super like edgy clothes, and like she's like, yeah, I'm excited.
Yay.
Her name's Hadley.
That's cute.
But she goes by Hattie, but he's the only one that calls her that because that's what she went by when she was younger.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
Hattie Rose. And he's Chase.
Aw, look at you.
I'm very excited about it.
So cute.
I'm like, I've just like formatted it on Google Docs to like be like an actual like book size, and it's like 40 pages of like book, and I'm like, that's a lot of book.
That is a lot of book.
Yeah. So, and today, like when I was upstairs or like when I was down here, like it was just flowing. Like I was like finally getting into like, cause you know, you have to set it up. And then once I set it up, I was like, oh shit, like now I can get into the actual plot.
Like the meat and potatoes of it.
And I'm like, okay, let's go. And then I'm like, how do I want to go about this? Like, and this one chapter that I wrote, it was one chapter, and it was like them like running into each other. And that chapter I probably wrote 2 months ago. And then like a week and a half ago, I like went back to it and I was like, that was pretty good. Maybe I should keep going. And then I was like, and I kept going. And now here we are.
Wow. So that's what Allie's been doing while I've been gone.
Chapter 14 in Prague.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's so fun. Do you have any like, okay.
No.
Just
no like set deadlines or anything
just
for
going.
me. Just
that's fine.
Having fun with it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So, anyways.
That's so much fun. Fun news.
What we're buying. I am buying a shit ton of stuff for Lindsay's bachelor party.
Lindsay's bachelor party, we leave 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm excited. I haven't been to Nashville in a minute, and
I've only been once, and I feel like it was meh. So
it's like weird that I've been more than you. I don't know why.
To Nashville.
It is a great time.
I'm excited.
It's a great time.
It's gonna be a good time.
I've gotten like both experiences too. Like I've gone with mom and then I've gone with friends.
And in full, like Allie has mood boards for every outfit theme, and there are lots of outfit themes.
Yeah, but I tried to make like 2 of them like a little bit easier.
No, I'm not saying that they're not easy.
The black outfit's like an easy thing that most people have.
Yeah, they're not. I actually am not buying really anything for it. I can build stuff out of my closet. I'm just saying there's a lot.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I had outfits for my bachelorette too.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. I just bought like a lot of decorations, a little itinerary that I have printed and should be arriving tomorrow, to go in everyone's little giddy
This
bag.
episode, no, we won't have left yet. It goes live next week. So.
But yeah, it'll be really, really fun. We're very excited to just have a good ass time.
And celebrating Lindsay. I feel like Lindsay is like the most thoughtful human on the planet, and she deserves it to be like all about her.
She really does.
And I'm really pumped about that.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
It's like, I like already, Lindsay, like close your ears if you are listening, but like I like told the restaurant because I'm like,
okay, yeah, Lindsay skip. So I'm gonna say something too.
I'm like, you have to like
do something.
Yeah. They're like, well, we see them every weekend. Like, I don't care.
We see them every weekend. That's boo.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
That I'm gonna make cookies. I haven't told her.
Oh, fun.
I was supposed to make them for the bridal shower.
Right. I knew this. I knew that you were making them.
I was supposed to make, okay, first off, let me rewind. I think I talked about this on the pod, that I like got into like the fancy cookie as like a hobby. Mm-hmm. Strictly as a hobby. I have no desire for this to be anything more than a hobby. It is a great creative outlet for me. And I feel like my perfectionist tendencies would take over like crazy if I tried to make it more than that. But I like doing it for specific things and not just like making cookies for the hell of making cookies. And so I was going to make them for Lindsay's bridal shower, and then we ended up having to leave before I could get to them. So I'm going to make some for the bachelorette that I haven't told her. I'm going to do the ring, which I did for the engagement party. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a disco ball.
Maybe put in the thing like for Lindsay to skip. Well, Lindsay does listen.
I know. We told her to skip already. Okay. So if she's still listening, she should not be.
Okay.
Lindsay. Or maybe we'll tell her just skip this episode until after the bachelorette. If she wants. Yeah. Or she could skip the section. We'll give her the heads up.
I have some surprises for her too that then I'll just share on here since we're
we can share next week, and that episode won't go live until we're there.
Well, I'm already going to share since you are, so.
Okay, anyway. So I'm going to do the ring, the engagement ring, a disco ball, because that goes with like the theme.
It does.
So I was debating between.
Should do a cowboy boot.
Well, yeah. Could you not see that text message? I asked you and Mom. I was debating between a hat and a boot.
A boot.
Okay. Mom told me to do whichever one was easier. You never responded.
I was probably working.
When I went to buy the actual cookie cutters, I got Amazon brilliantly served me a set of 6 that includes a hat and a boot, and the shape of Texas, and a Longhorn. So I bought it. So now I own the shape of Texas and a Longhorn cookie cutter for my future things.
For future things, okay.
Yeah, not for this. So I may end up doing a hat and a boot just because I have them.
Do you want to make cookies for my birthday?
Sure. That would be so fun.
You could do like a flower, then like a little spritz.
Lemon or something. Yeah, we could totally do it. Oh, that's the other thing. I was going to do the champagne bottle.
Oh, okay.
For Lindsay.
Okay.
So yeah, the champagne bottle, the ring, the disco ball, and then either a hat or a boot or just one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like 4 designs is enough.
Yeah.
For like an aesthetically pleasing display.
Yeah.
And not too much for me to like do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm going to do those 4 is my plan. And then obviously pinks was going to be my theme.
So pink, that's what I was going to tell you is pink is the theme.
And silver.
Pink, silver, gold. Even silver and gold.
So because the champagne bottle kind of needs gold, but the
silver,
disco ball needs
metals
silver.
These days anyways. So it's fine.
People mix metals these days.
But pink, because originally I was like, do you want me to get this, if hypothetically someone was getting you this big linen backdrop with like
a thing,
you know,
right?
Would you
the
want
rest
it
of
to
the wedding
be
is blue, right?
But then I'm like, I also don't want things to look like a baby shower if you already gotten things that are blue. And she was like, no, let's do pinks, but like everyone's t-shirts are blue.
Oh,
but it's fine because the t-shirts are more for like just wearing.
Okay. Right. It's not like mine where the t-shirts were like an outfit for a day.
No, right. So I got her this big linen. You know how like the reoccurring theme has been this little Canva girl and like the like martini glass wearing the like cowboy hat. So it's that, and it's like a big linen thing that says like Nashville, like 2025 Lindsay's Bachelorette. And then we got like a little like backdrop with little Andrews that say "Same Cowboy Forever."
You know what would be cute? It's a linen like backdrop. What if we got that turned in like into a blanket afterwards for her?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
It's like a gift.
Yeah.
Like maybe her like birthday gift from us could be like we turn that into a blanket.
That could be fun.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
And then we got some more like balloons, and then we have like drink pouches, shot glasses, like the itineraries. We have a board game that I got.
I saw that. So fun.
What else? Yeah, we have so many things. We have like a little like bride tote bag. I got her this little like white sweatshirt that says "I left my heart in Nashville," that I literally just found it like pink. A little bride hat, bride balloons for her bed, all the things. So we should be good and set to go.
I'm so excited.
And they should all be arriving by next week.
Yeah.
So I had to literally refund one of them because they were like, "We won't get it to you till May 12th." And I'm like, "That's great. I won't be here." Or we'll be back.
We'll have gone and come home.
Right.
Thank you.
So
No.
anyways, that's what we're buying.
That is what you're buying. Okay, yeah. I didn't say. I guess I'm buying the cookie cutters.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can't post that on Instagram before because then Lindsay will see that.
Well, I've been like low key like skipping like certain categories.
Okay, yeah. So just don't do buying for this.
Because I have another drinking one anyway.
Another what?
Another drinking one because I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Anyway, what's the next category?
Okay. What are we using?
Do you have something for this?
I mean, I was just going to say, like, the new Liquid IV flavor that I'm using. Because the Blackberry Peach, you guys, changed my life. I tried it at Costco, and I got the, like, really big pack, and it's actually incredible.
What am I using?
Nothing.
I can't think of anything, sorry.
That's okay. What are we listening to?
I'm listening to the new Alona Mar Sisters
You were
podcast.
listening to that last time.
Well, I talked about that it was coming.
Oh.
I don't think an episode had dropped by the time we recorded.
Have you? Okay.
But so now they've dropped. And actually this week they had Alan on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I was going to bring that up too.
Okay. I have to pee so bad. Should I go?
Should we take a break and go pee?
Yeah. What are we at?
Can we just power through? Do you have anything to talk about besides
Yeah, let's just
rapping?
power.
Okay. So that's what I'm listening to.
Okay.
I think they dropped 3 episodes, like 2 of them by themselves and then 1 with Alan. Loving it. I am struggling. I feel like I have to have the video version up because their voices, 2 of them sound so similar, and I wonder, I don't think anybody probably struggles with this with us. I feel like we sound so different, and there's only 2 of us, right? With 3 of them, I feel like it's really tough sometimes to differentiate, and they do this really cute thing in their intro that I love, where they introduce each other and like give a little like funny thing about them.
Cute.
So they're like, this is our host, Allie, and she, like, blah, 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 insert something. But so then I'm confused, because then I'm like, whose voice is
saying
that?
who?
Yeah, and so it's like, I have to pull up the video version. And so that has been frustrating, but I love it. I love them, and I mean, it's just fun. And then they had Alan this week, so
right.
I've been enjoying that. And then, I can't remember if I said this on the prior episode, the other thing I've been listening to is that fucking my daughter thinks that song is the greatest thing she's ever heard in her life.
Yeah.
And she loves it so much.
We were listening to it earlier.
And so I listen to that multiple times a day.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I've been recently listening to a lot of Benson Boone.
So fun. The clips of him at Coachella looked amazing.
And I don't think that Coachella deserved him.
What does that even mean? They had Gaga. Like, what?
I just feel like no one, understands how great he is.
I think after he covered Bohemian Rhapsody, they do.
Well, when Brian May came out, everyone was like, who the fuck?
Yeah, but that's common. Who the hell knows the backup or the other band members of most of those bands?
Yeah. But, yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot of his
Could you name
stuff.
anybody else from the Stones besides Mick Jagger? Like, no.
Yeah. I'm really excited for his new album because the songs that he's been, hinting at have been really good.
Yeah.
So
I know we've talked about this before. My parents saw him at ACL and he was incredible. So, yeah.
I wish he was going to Lala.
Yeah, it feels, maybe next year, it feels like a good fit for him, and maybe this year it just, for whatever reason, didn't work out. Mm-hmm. And so it feels like maybe next year would be a good fit for him.
Yeah,
so.
This year's been for the girls, clearly.
Clearly this year's Lala is for the girls.
Yeah, okay.
So speaking of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, so speaking of Dancing with the Stars.
2 days?
2 days, we are seeing Dancing with the Stars live at Rosemont. We are very excited. We are very sad that Riley won't be there, but we know that because I, remember a couple months ago when I was like, my ankle hurts really bad? I think I sprained my ankle because it was bad. It just recently started feeling better.
I am mostly sad that Riley won't be there because I feel like Stevens, I saw a clip of her, I'm sure whoever is her
it's Emma.
understudy.
Emma's doing.
No, I saw a clip of that other girl who I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, from a talent standpoint, she's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but just the vibe. I feel like I would love for it to be Emma, for Emma to do that dance with Steven.
Emma and Alan do a dance together,
which is so. Yeah, are they actually dating?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anyway, but just Steven and Riley's first dance, the "Don't Stop Me Now," you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. That is part of the show, and they have the understudy doing it, and it's just not the same.
I know,
but it's just not the same.
But we get to see Joey and Jenna.
I know, I'm so
that is a big plus.
Yes, I have been a Jenna fan since, and I was probably in college when she was on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah. Speaking of which, should I give Leslie my birthday present that night?
I don't know. What are you getting Leslie for her birthday?
Leslie, don't listen to the next.
We're telling everybody to skip, or we can just cut this out. Asking Lindsay to skip a whole section is one thing. Just we'll bleep this out. Conclusion, she's giving it to her when they celebrate her birthday, I don't know why she would give it her on Saturday.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
Sorry.
It has nothing to do with Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we have to tell a funny generation story related to Saturday night. So the show's out in Rosemont. There's only so many restaurant options out in Rosemont, right? So Allie picks a restaurant and goes to make a reservation online, as one Gen Z and one millennial would be known to do. If I can't make a reservation online, I'm not going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Allie,
if I have to call
wait. So Allie goes to make the reservation online. No reservations available from this huge window of time. And she texts the group chat that's going, which is me, Allie, Mom, and Leslie. And Mom goes, "Let me call them." In true Gen X fashion.
Go for it.
Mom is Gen X cusp to the boomers. Mom picks up her phone and calls, not once, but twice, because the first time they didn't answer.
Next day, she calls, got the 5:30 reservation. So you're telling me, if I just called Armitage Ale House and I wasn't...
No, not the same shit.
But I'm just
It's so funny, though. It is true that restaurants do have less options in their online system because they don't want to risk a glitch of overselling things, and when you call in person you can usually get in.
Right.
Not usually. Armitage Ale House you wouldn't get in.
Yeah.
But whatever it's called in Rosemont, Illinois, you're getting in, right? At 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So it was just really funny that Mom was like, "Let me call."
Yeah.
We were all okay.
Go for it, babe. But anyways.
We're gonna have some margs.
So, yeah, it'll be a good time.
It's gonna be so fun.
I would like to go to Redhead after, but the only other thing I wanted to bring up was fucking Katy Perry going to space.
Yeah.
And how everyone thinks it didn't actually happen.
You know what? Okay, so I did not see that till literally today, Thursday. I saw one.
Do you know it was 11 minutes total?
I knew. Yeah, no, I knew that. But I saw one clip today of that, that theory that they actually didn't go. So I don't know a whole lot about that component of the situation. If it was just a bunch of celebrities, I would maybe agree with that. But there's one person that was on that spaceship that I do follow on social media. Do you know the Amanda who actually was training to be an astronaut and then...
No.
Okay, I'm not going to go into her whole story because it can be very triggering. but she pivoted from becoming an astronaut to social justice and then went back to training to be an astronaut. And she talked ad nauseum about the experiments that she was taking up with her on this mission. So like that, I trust her.
Yeah.
I don't believe that she would lie.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that it was necessarily a lie. I think people are like stretching it a little bit. I think that like, you know, it's so easy for us, like just with AI these days, to just like assume that everything is fake.
Yeah.
And so like, if I was like one of those people that went up there and it was very much real, like I would be infuriated thinking people that would think that it's not real.
Kind of like.
Do I think it was 100% exaggerated? 100%. But like, do I also think that like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that was fake, that was a publicity stunt, like blah, blah, blah. Like, no, because I don't know anything. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and dive into something I don't know anything about.
Yeah. And I guess my other take is, do I like the idea of celebrities being able to just like throw money to be able to do things like go to space, right?
Yeah.
Like, would I rather celebrities spend their money on more important shit?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. However, again, the person I follow like is an astronaut and went up to do experiments.
Went above and beyond, if you will.
You mean to infinity and beyond?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
above, beyond, you know.
And if Katy Perry's participation helped fund that,
yeah,
that's the society we live in. Like,
yeah,
we live in a capitalist society.
One of those things where we can only have so many opinions about it, and if they went great, if they did it great, I have no opinion or, like.
I think what I don't like is all the commentary that's like, well, because Katy Perry is popular and went to space, like all these women or these little girls now are gonna like want to be astronauts, and I'm like,
no, because respectfully to Katy Perry, no little girls know who she is.
Okay, yeah. First off, also that Kate.
Not to like.
No, you're right,
and that's me attacking my generation, because Katy Perry's like kind of a cuss, but like also way more my generation.
I agree with you.
And I mean, Katy Perry was performing April 28th, and I was trying to, or maybe it was actually my birthday. Katy Perry's coming to Chicago, and I was like, I want to go.
No, you're right, because her like Super Bowl performance was like post college for me. So you're right. She is more your generation. If they wanted little girls to like be into STEM, they should have sent up like Sabrina Carpenter or like Taylor Swift. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the point is that like
Taylor Swift going, like I'd be like, this is fake.
If we want to encourage the girls to be interested in things like that, it shouldn't be like we're sending a pop star to space. Like, we should be teaching them about the astronauts and the women who train and why they're so awesome and what they're doing, and let's be like them. We have this beautiful book that Lala has that's about all these amazing women that have done all these awesome things. Like, it's historical. It's got like Frida Kahlo, and like, I'm gonna link it because it's beautiful. That's what we should be doing. Yeah. Not Katy Perry goes to space.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bezos' girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or not Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Whatever. They're the same person.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. So.
Okay, sorry, I'm off my soapbox now.
Okay.
Anything else?
Not really, because I have to pee so bad and I can't think straight.
Okay, so we need to end this so Allie can go to the bathroom. If you watched all the way to the end, comment with
a book.
Because we talked about Allie's new book.
A book
emoji.
Whether it's the stacked books or the little book or the yellow book or the spiral book, whatever you want.
Any of the book emojis for Allie's book. And
also let us know if you want a segment at the end.
Oh yeah, about reality TV.
Talking about reality TV.
And if you're up for it, I want to hear what your 5 drinks are.
Yes.
On your fingers. What are your 5 drinks? Okay. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Cheers.
Okay.
Remember last episode when you were like,
it's nice outside.
And I was like, no, it's not. I forgot to like write down yours.
Oh my goodness.
How long is it?
1 hour and 3 minutes.